All right, so we have Modern Magic here. I'm playing Blue-Black Affinity. Looking at this hand, I think we can keep this. Yep. So we're on the draw. So we don't have a turn one play, but we have our Ravager, Cranial Plating, and Soul Artifact. We have a lot of things we can do. Playing against blue-white, so some slow tap lands. We'll see what we're up against. This time we just have no clue. All right, we have a turn one Ornithopter, which means we could go turn two and Soul Artifact onto their Ornithopter, or we could go turn two Ravager. We'll see what type of mana they have hold up for us. So there's a Plains, so they could have Remand, Path to Exile. We gotta be careful here. Play out the Midnight. And Tomb of the Spirit Dragon. I think we're just worried here about a path, but we'll go for it. And Soul Artifact. We'll target our Ornithopter. It's good to get the evasion, and there's a path. Okay, so it wasn't countered, but it was effectively fizzled by them using the Path to Exile. So that's kind of a bummer for us. So I guess it ends our turn. We will get a basic land out of this. I think we'll get a swamp. That way we can use this cranial plating at instant speed if we need to. Not sure why there's the lag, but there we go. Okay. And then a Thought Scour. Targeted us. So they must be trying to get rid of our graveyard. So it must be some sort of a mill deck. So another Temple of Enlightenment, scrying. They put it to the top, so they must want that. So they still have counter magic up. I think what we'll do here is we have two Ravagers, so we should be able to play one of those out this turn. Attack in with Midnight. I could have gone to try and equip Cranial Plating, but I don't really want to waste my turn. I want to try to get these Ravagers out. So there's one, and we'll play the other. No, let's hope they don't have like a Wrath of God or something. That would not be good for us. Ghost Quarter, we can handle that. This deck, as you can see, it plays several basic lands, so Ghost Quarter is very prevalent right now with all those Eldrazi decks out there. So throughout this Midnight, we'll cast Cranial Plating, Lapse of Certainty, interesting. So that gets countered. So we'll Thought Cast. And in response, they're Thought Scouring, so not a lot we can do there. So we don't get to draw our Cranial Plating, but we do draw a Mox Opal and a Darksteel Citadel. So this is going okay for us. Let's just hope they don't have a Wrath. If they have a Wrath, then we're in pretty poor shape. We'll get in just for 3. I'm still worried about a Wrath. I don't want to sack out all of our artifacts, and then there it is, the Wrath of God. So we have to work through that. Springleaf Drum, it's not the action we're looking for. So we're down to 27 cards in our graveyard. We're halfway through our library. So it's kind of worrisome for us. There's a Ravager. Let's get that down. Countermand. Boy, those are big counter spells to be playing. So they keep stalling us out. They're down to one card in hand. We'll gain some life. Oh wait, we won't. It's only creatures. Okay. Thought it was artifacts. There's a Mox Opal we can't cast. Just keep passing the turn. Where are all my creatures? Still artifact right now would be really good. There's a Signal Pest, but that's not a creature we really need right now. Doesn't do anything for us. We really, really need a Unsoul artifact. There's a Hedron Crab. So they're really on this mill path. So we'll gain one life. Go up to 20. And then as they play lands now, we'll just keep losing cards from our library. Like using those ghost quarters to get us out of lands too. So we'll go get an island. Well, there's a Spellskite, but I guess we can attack for one, but they can just block with that crab all day long. Ugh. These are not the creatures I wanted to see here. There's more land. We're down to 15 cards in our library. Boy. Ghost Quarter. Tomb of the Spirit Dragon. Well, we might as well activate it here. Get something out of it before it goes. We're not going to lose the lack of life. I'm not going to search anything up. I don't want to risk it. And I think if we look in our graveyard, I think we got rid of one of our islands already too. So that's all of our basic lands anyway. Thoughtcast countered. I don't know if attacking here really does anything. Okay, there goes our Thoughtcast. Bummer. They're at 16 right now. They're milling us every time they play a land. Really painful. There's an Ornithopter. I think this is just going to be too slow. Now we can at least attack in for one. But we're down to a minimum or a maximum 11 draws before we're dead. And even if I attack for one every turn, that would not be enough. There's another Signal Pest. Tip for one. I'm sure they'll block the Spellskite. Yep. Put that down to 15. We'll play out our Signal Pest. Another Countermand. Boy, those are... I'm not happy to see those right now. Alright. It looks like we have a board state. We just can't attack for anything. So there's our Thoughtcast. We can draw our last two cards. We literally have to hit like Ensoul Artifact twice. And we don't. Let's go on to game two. So what do we bring in here for game two? Well, I think we can take out the spell skites. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll bring in spell skite. Not sure what's best here. We really just need to get some speed. So we'll take out Memite and the Spellskite. Pull out a Thought Cast. Let's see how this works. We'll play. We don't have a blue source, but I think we can keep this. Now turn 1 Thoughtseize, which I think is good here. Get rid of those Wraths, other counter spells. See what their plan is from the beginning. Alright, let's take one of those Wraths. Okay, so look at the top of their library. Alright. Signal Pest. So knowing that they have that Wrath of God and they have the counterspell at 3 gives us a problem. The Rest in Peace out. I really don't care too much about that. Yeah, so Cranioplating, equip it up. And we will attack. All right. Okay, we know they have the counterspell, so whatever we play here, they're likely going to get rid of, right? Could do plating, yeah. Okay. So now they have a Wrath coming up. Yes, everything is exiled. We'll attack, and for 4. And I'm expecting them to play the Wrath of God this next turn, which will tap them out. We can insult artifact. Oh, they're gonna Thought Scour. Okay. So that must mean they have something. Oh, Rite of Consumption. That would have been solid play. So let's play out the Ravager. And let's just attack for 5. Sack the Ravager? No, it just doesn't get anything. Well, yeah, we'll do it. Oh, its counters go away because of Rest in Peace. Okay. Well, that's something I didn't expect. I thought we'd have just permanent counters on there for the time being, but not the case. Azorius Charm, Mode 2. Okay, there's drawing a card. They're down to 8. You know they have the Wrath in their hand. Another Temple of Enlightenment. They're getting all these good scries. Put it to the bottom. No Wrath. Alright. Cast out our Memnite. I so just want to cast that Ensoul Artifact onto the Darksteel Citadel, but I'm just so worried of some sort of counter and losing that. So we'll just keep attacking here. Put them down to 3. Now they're going to Wrath. So they're down to just 2 mana. I haven't seen any 2 mana counters at all. So I think we're safe to play Ensoul Artifact on the Citadel and just attack for 5. Right. Assuming they don't have a Path to Exile here. Azorius Charm. Oh, they're going to put it on top of my library, which means we're going to draw into a Darksteel Citadel, which I don't want. Vault Scourge? Yeah. So we can equip that up next turn and win, right? That'd be 3. Oblivion Sower. So we're going to get our Citadel. And that's it. Okay, Ravager. Play the Ravager. Equip our Vault Scourge. And a Path. Okay. Our opponent just has all the right cards. Okay, so we've got to get battle through this. So they have no cards in hand. We have just 1. So next turn we'll play out this Etched Champion. Unless we draw something better. Yeah, Etched Champion it is. No counters, please. Alright. So next turn we could attack with both and then instant speed equip, whichever one we need. Or, yeah, that's what we need. If they block the Archbound Ravager, we could just sack it and put the counters on the other. So, Ornithopter. Let's go. They have 2 cards. I think we've got this. And path. I think they're recognizing. Yep, there we go. Okay, so let's go on to game number 3. I like what we have. Not sure we need to decide anything in or out between these last couple of games. We'll be on the draw. On the fence about Thoughtseize. I think I'll keep it though. Just seems a little bit better. I really don't know about this. Well, we'll run with it. Need another land. There we go. So we can go Memnite, Memnite, Mox Opal, Signal Pest, City of Brass, Vault Scourge. Sweet, we can play out almost our entire hand. We have those 2 rights of consumption. Yeah. So that's our strategy, was play out all of our creatures. Pass the turn and say, hey, what do you got? Plains, we get a Tomb of Spirit Dragon. And let's hit them for 2, 4, 6. Gain some life. We should gain. Oh, we should have gained life from Tomb of the Spirit Dragon. I don't know what we're thinking there. 4 life right there we could have gained. Darksteel Citadel. Attacking for 6 again. Put them down to 8. Right of consumption. We'll put them down to 6. Nope. That was countered. Well, I knew we were going to be facing a Wrath. I mean, it's pretty obvious they're playing a 4 of, but having to draw that, just not good. Our Mox Opal shut down. There's the Rest in Peace. It really only shuts off our Ravagers. Maybe I should have taken those out, brought in other things. Another Citadel, more land. What have they got? I wish we had hasty creatures in Affinity. It's one of the things we don't have. Well, that's one. Unsoul Artifact. Put that on our Darksteel Citadel. Can't path the activation, but they can path it afterwards. Wrath of God we're safe against. The question is, do we test out the Waters of Path, or do we use Rite of Consumption first and just sack it and deal them 5? I think we'll go ahead and try and attack. They do have 5 cards. They may have a path, they may not, but I want to get through this game quickly. The longer this game goes, the worse it is for us. So there we go. Purge. Well, that doesn't work. There we go. Thanks for watching.